Good evening, guys. Welcome in. So glad you could join us this evening. What a great Sunday, guys. Appreciate everybody coming in for the ninth episode. Wow, 9 weeks of this. Unplugged with April. Hope you guys are having a fabulous weekend and getting ready for that work week to start. Just truly, truly appreciate everybody being here. I see that Sean is in and you've got traveling Matt, Tracy in Arizona. You guys are just so wonderful. Thank you so much. Floofy is here, Bradley Jones. I just really, really appreciate everybody coming in tonight. We've got a great show lined up for you guys. We have a tribute to my father. We're going to talk about all things Vegas with my dad. He just loved Vegas. We're going to go over a couple of things that are going on in Vegas if we have time at the end of the show. Let you guys kind of talk about anything that you might have going on or any questions that you have. We're going to talk about March Madness. So I'm very excited to have everybody here. This week has been ups and downs, but we are here and we are going live for you guys, and we're going to try to put on the best show possible. You can see tonight I am wearing purple. Purple was my father's favorite color. So we are wearing purple. Everything tonight, our banners all together will be purple in honor of my father. So we will get this show going. I just really appreciate it, guys. You guys have done such a fabulous job this week and helped supporting us. And I just cannot thank you enough. It's just been amazing, absolutely amazing with all the support that we've had going here, our direction. I can just feel the love everywhere, all over. And I just cannot tell you enough how much I appreciate that. Really, truly do. I'm just kind of reading through the chat here, giving people a few minutes to jump in. I hope you guys had a great day. We had a little bit of weather. We had round one here in Texas. Thunderstorms. We had sirens going off for tornadoes. Welcome in, Barbara. Thank you for joining us. We had a tornado sirens earlier this afternoon. So we've got some rocky weather coming in. I'm hoping that we are. Oh, thank you, Yoshi Slots, for listening. I appreciate that. Be safe driving, guys. And thank you, Linda. Welcome in. Welcome in. But yeah, we've already had one round of storms come through, and we are just hoping that another storm is expected to come in probably within the hour. So hopefully we won't lose our connection and we won't receive any hail damage or anything like that. Mike's been out there preparing the cars already because you never know in Texas what kind of weather we're going to get. But we survived the first round. Well, let's just see what happens the second round. I don't know if you guys know, but I think it was the week we came back from Vegas. And like the first week of March, we had a really bad storm here and we actually lost part of our roof and our fence here to the house. So we are crossing our fingers that we don't get any of this bad weather this time around. It's a little crazy here in Texas. And then, they say that they have that saying that if you don't like the weather, just wait 10 minutes here in Texas and it'll be different. And I'm going to tell you, that is the roller coaster of a ride we have going on tonight. Absolutely. I'm so glad, guys, everybody is in here. And I just cannot even tell you how thankful I am. As you know, last week we had that wonderful show with the slot lizards. Jay was here. That was a great episode. How wonderful was that as my first co-host, Jay, having him on the show? It just was, I felt so comfortable. And I just really, really, really enjoyed having him here. Good morning or good evening, Gambling Mitzi. Thank you for coming in. I apologize. It's not the morning time. Thank you, Traveling Matt. I appreciate your prayers. I do. But yeah, we had Jay on with the slot lizards, and that was a great episode. If you missed it, guys, you need to go back and watch it. It was meant to just be a co-host, and we were just kind of going to go over things in Vegas. Our thoughts on different things like the D-Lucky experience. But you guys, man, did y'all show up for that show? You had amazing questions for him. And it ended up being more of an interview with him. Thank you, Barbara. It was a great interview. And I really appreciated it. It was lots of fun. Wonderful questions coming from you guys. And he did a great job. I'm very excited because he said he's going to come back and join me very frequently. So we'll be able to get his take on lots of things going on in Vegas. I just love it. I think it's awesome. I think it was very fitting to have him on as my first co-host. He's been a great mentor to Mike and I as far as doing setting up our YouTube channel and helping us make sure that the lighting is great and the sound. speaking of sound, I have a new mic here. As you know, Michael likes to go above and beyond with most things that he does and producing a great show. Welcome in, Cannon. Thank you. Thank you. I love the purple hearts, guys. I just love it. That was my father's favorite color. Um, this mic, right? It arrived this week. And just every time I come home, there's something new. I have great new lighting in here. I just love it. I love it. I love that the studio is finally coming together and we're not sitting in our living room putting on a show for you guys. It's just been amazing and it's very comfortable and very cozy in here. It's also my work office. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I love to be able, very comfortable to stay in here and work. Um, but it has just been an up and down week this week, right? So for most of you, you do know that I did log off Sunday afternoon or Sunday evenings, our show with Jay. I had to cut out a little bit early and get back over to see my father. And he did pass away. Thank you, Barbara. He did pass away on Monday evening. I'm happy to report that we were all there with him. He had lots of love and support around him. This man, you guys, he's just amazing. He knew no strangers, right? Everybody just loved him. And it was nice to have all the family there with him. Welcome in, Missy A. Slots. Thank you so much. And he just, amazing man. Just, I couldn't tell you, he didn't know one stranger at all. He had lots of people reaching out to us when this was happening. So what had happened is he had a stroke in March and he was able to get through that and rehabilitate himself. And then in August, he had a secondary stroke, which that actually ended up leaving him a little bit more disabled. And so he fought for a long couple of months there, and he was a fighter. He was such a strong man. I'm just so proud of him because he stuck it out, and he was just such an amazing man all the way up until the very end. And when I tell you that my father was not selfish at all. It was very amazing to see all the family come around at the very end and tell my dad, you know what? This is the one time, Dad, you do not need to be selfish. Go ahead and go release this pain. And I mean, that's a true statement when your family is telling you don't be selfish and to just go. He was just an amazing man, right? And his love for Vegas. And he's actually, hey, Jay Juicy, thank you for coming in. And I appreciate all the prayers, guys. It's just been an up and down roller coaster ride this week, but you guys have definitely been there to support me, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Gambling Granny. Thank you. Welcome in, guys. Appreciate it. I love it. I love all the purple. I just love it. Thank you, Ron and Sharon, as well. Welcome in. Hope you guys are having a great evening. So Mike and I knew we wanted to start a YouTube channel. We weren't quite sure what that was going to look like. And after my dad's stroke in March, yes, he is an amazing man. Thank you. After he had his stroke and we had already planned our yearly trip to Vegas, he said, hey, while you're there, film it for me because I want to see how much Vegas has changed. And I want to watch you play in slots and whatever, kind of bring Vegas home to him. So that's how we fell into doing the YouTube channel, being more of a Vegas channel, was just so that my dad could watch the videos, watch us playing, watch us walking down the strip, because it just is constantly changing. Vegas updates quite often. So he's the true reason why we started as far as going towards the Vegas and the slot channels, playing on the slots for you guys and filming it. He introduced us to the slot lizards. Him and my mom showed us one day that he would watch, and he was just like, man, people actually gamble on YouTube. Have you checked this out? And they showed us the slot lizards. So for me, having Jay, the slot lizards, on last Sunday was amazing. I just felt like it just fell into place and it was just right. See, April, I hate Jay Juicy. I put a long time ago, laugh out loud. This is Jennifer, your cousin, sending y'all love. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you for clarifying. I was wondering who that was, but I appreciate you watching. Pop Up and Ninny are in. Hello, April. Hearts out to your family. I appreciate that, guys. We had a meeting this afternoon with the chaplain at my mom's house and my dad's house. And my mom was actually commenting on the fact that she has gone through and read some of the comments that you guys left on my dad's video. And she really appreciated that. And I do too. I mean, I can just feel the love and support. I mean, so many people reached out this week directly to me asking if there was anything they could do, any way that they could help. And just having you guys there to support us has just meant the world to all of us. Welcome in, Melbourne Slots. Thank you so much for coming in this evening. Um, so, Tracy in Arizona, you sent me an email and I appreciate that. And I know that you guys, I didn't respond to everybody. It's just been a crazy week. And I want you to know that none of your comments, your emails, your text messages, none of that went unnoticed at all. Um, Sean S. this morning, he sent us a text message because we have been so busy and we've been talking with him this week. He actually sent us a message saying, "Hey guys, hope you guys are prepared for the storm." And Mike and I looked at each other and we were like, "What storm?" Like we had no idea because we haven't been watching TV. We haven't been keeping up with the news. And so Sean, thank you so much for sending out the be safe and be careful, because he knew we were out doing a lot of stuff preparing for the funeral. And it's just little things like that this community, guys, it's amazing to me, right? You guys are our extended family and I just appreciate it. We had a Tina from LoveStruck Gambling. She reached out to me. Bradley, you were just awesome. I appreciate all the love support. Jay with the Slot Lizards. Prior to my dad's passing, and even after, he had been checking on us every day, calling me to see if I was okay, answering lots of questions that I had about some of the medicines that they were administering or that we were administering to my father, and just getting his opinion on those things. And it is just nice to have all of this love and support. And, just community, the slot community, YouTube in general is just fabulous. And I just want everybody to know that my mom and I and Michael, we all appreciate it, my entire family. It's just been great, great. We received lots of flowers, gifts. It's been a great, wonderful support that you guys have offered to us here. Whoo, man, guys, sorry about that. I just need to catch my breath here. We've been very busy this week. Welcome in, Gary Smith. Thank you for joining us. Checking out here. So we've been very busy this week, right? So we've been planning my father's services. We have visitation tomorrow, and then Tuesday will be actually the service itself. And then in addition to that, you guys probably do not know, but Michael's mother also passed away in January. That was a very private thing. She was not very, she didn't have things out. She didn't have Facebook and platforms like that, social media. So we were actually in the midst of already trying to prepare her celebration of life, which is Easter Sunday. Easter is her favorite holiday. So we are all in the midst of planning all of that for her this Sunday. And then we've got my dad's service on Tuesday. And honestly, guys, I don't want this to sound weird, but it's really nice that we're having these celebrations the same week and we're able to do these things and our family is getting together. I mean, this week alone, just sitting around with different family members, my cousin coming in and hearing the stories of my dad's life and all the things that he did for everybody was just amazing. My cousin was telling us that he took her when she was 16 to an Iron Maiden concert. And I think she said Black Sabbath was the other one. That's just the kind of man he was. He just went above and beyond. He would give you his last penny. He would give you the shirt off his back. I tell you, he would go into a convenience store and he would walk out with a total stranger and you would think that they had been friends for years. I mean, he just didn't know a stranger at all. Just such a kind man. One of my friends said, your dad was a jolly giant teddy bear. And that's the truth. It's 100% the truth. His love is just amazing. And so I just, again, guys, appreciate all that love and support. He bought, yes, that's right, Ken, he did. He took you and bought your first pair of glasses. I mean, he loved his grandchildren, he just wonderful man. And I will tell you, this week we've been going through and planning things, and we got together the video that most of you or some of you might have seen that was posted. And that truly wasn't meant to go out on YouTube as a public platform. What we did is we put it out there and we made it public just for a few moments so that the rest of our family could see it. But all of a sudden, guys, the amount of people that were going in there and they were making comments there, we decided to leave it up, right? And just let it be part of what we had going on. And it's like I said, for my mom, it's been really nice for her to go in and read these comments and stuff. So that's why we posted the video. We had it out there. Just we wanted all of us to be able to see it and get the final approval before we actually have it at the visitation and the funeral. Mike did a fabulous job. I think we submitted over between me and my siblings and my mom, we submitted over 500 pictures, the grandchildren, everybody. It's been great. But um, putting together everything, we had ran across so many letters and emails and stories that my dad wrote because he was a great storyteller. And man, we came across emails like the grandchildren were sending emails in of things that he had sent them over the years. Just if you knew my dad, you knew he loved you because he made a point to tell you, right? He wrote letters to the grandchildren. He wrote letters to all of his children, to my mom. It's just such a special man. And I just wanted to read, and I'm not going to read the whole thing. Welcome in, Ivy Slots. But I just want you to know the kind of gentleman that my dad was, right? We found this letter that he wrote to my mom, and it kind of he went in to say, if I may go first, I'll be waiting for you to unite. I mean, that's just my dad, right? He was such a planner and just ready to go. And the fact that he had letters waiting was just amazing. But at the end, I think this would sum up my dad. He says, pray for me. Remember, I am proud of you. As I ask, love each other, keep our family together, and I won't forget all my family and friends. I mean, that just is amazing to me, right? That's kind of some of the snippets of what he wrote to my mom, just amazing. Yes, you're right, Kim. This community is absolutely amazing, 100%. So as you could see, I know we've talked about this before. Oh, thank you, Pop Pop. I'm so glad y'all enjoyed that video. Again, it wasn't meant to be public, but once it was out there and the amount of people that were viewing it and commenting, it just didn't see appropriate to take it down. So we did leave it up there. We'll probably leave it up there for another week or so and then take it down after that. But my dad's love for Vegas and going gambling. My brother was telling me on his 21st birthday, he took my brother, him and my mom flew my brother out to Vegas and they had a wonderful time. And my brother is still to this day, he's not a big gambler. So I got those genes for sure. But he was telling me how dad gave him $1 and he put it into the machine and he actually won $100 off of that. So that was my brother's big story and one of, amazing moment for him in his 21st birthday. For me, I think I was 24 and my mom and dad took me to Shreveport and I was actually pregnant and we got up like at 3 o'clock in the morning and we drove to Shreveport, which is about 4.5, 5 hours from here. And we stopped and played at the different casinos and we had at Sam's Town. There was a buffet at the time. We stopped in because Sam's Town was my dad's absolute favorite. If there was a Sam's Town anywhere he was traveling, that's where he went. So we did the buffet and we gambled all day. And then we came back home later that night. My dad could call me on a Friday afternoon and say, be ready in the morning because we're going. And him and I would drive up to WinStar and we would go and we would play. And sometimes, unbeknownst to me, he wouldn't even tell my mom we were going. And my dad did not carry a cell phone. So my mom was calling me going, where are y'all? And then, she knew the moment that I answered and you could hear all of the machines in the background that we were at WinStar. Just so much fun, just great memories that we built together. And I love it. And I wanted to just kind of share some of these wonderful, wonderful things that my father, he did and just all the great trips and the memories. I remember he took the younger grandkids because my children are much older than my brother and sisters. Welcome in, Big Slaughter. Thank you for joining us. He took all the grandkids to Disney World. They spent a week there. They got to go to the beach. They went to Sanibel Island. That was one of their favorite vacationing spots when he wasn't gambling. They also liked to go up to the Outer Banks area. So they did lots of traveling, lots of great memories, lots and wonderful things. But as you can see here, this is a wonderful addition to our studio. This is something that was passed down to me from my father. You guys might not even know what some of these things are. It's really interesting. But back in the day, you actually did not get a ticket when you cashed out in Vegas or anywhere, right? You would actually have to, you would play. And then at the end, you would cash out. And these are the little cups that they would give you to put your nickels and your dimes and your quarters in, right? And so you would carry these around. And my dad saved all of these. And this is great to have, right? Because I don't know that I've really ever thought about saving things that we take for granted are going to be obsolete down the road. And the fact that he has all of these here, and this is just a very small portion of these cups, but he saved them. I mean, you've got Barney's. I love this one. This is the Riviera, right? He had the Imperial Palace. You've got the Golden Nugget. I mean, these are just great things to have. And I'm going to treasure these things. And you guys are good. Yes, right, Bradley? This is nice. We're going to add these here to our studio and we're going to put them in a nice box. But this is also pretty cool. I really enjoyed seeing this. So these are actually matches, right? That my dad collected for the different casinos. You can see you've got the Flamingo there. You had the Golden Gate. And again, the Imperial Palace, which he loved. He loved the Imperial Palace. Got the Tropicana, the Stardust. And it's funny because I think we were there in July and I started asking the different casinos if they had matches so that I could continue this on and make another box like this that my dad created. And they said that they don't make matches anymore and they don't give them out. So I thought that was just absolutely incredible. Your live just won me at $523 at Longhorn. Woohoo. All right, Sean, I'm glad. I'm glad that we could bring you some good luck. And I'm glad that you're listening to us and playing at the same time. But yeah, Barbara, this is great. I mean, the all the memorabilia that my dad has, and there's more, and I'm sure we'll discover more later on down the road. But this is really cool to have, right? And this is a piece of my dad's history that we'll be able to keep here. And then we've been adding on to it. I don't know, we've been getting the dollar poker chips when we go to Vegas. We've been collecting those. I have a stack probably this tall of all the different room keys, and I want to put those in some sort of box and keep that as a collectible to give to my children down the road. It's just really cool. Let's see. Also cool. Mike and I got married at the Riviera Casino in 1990. See, that's great, right? I mean, just the amount of stuff, because we talk about all the time, Vegas changes, right? So to have some of this stuff here with me, I love it so very much. It's just really really cool to have here. Had to Bluetooth. Yeah, I just left the casino. I'm listening, but I cannot talk. Well, I hope you did good, Pop Pop. I really hope you win. And no, Sean, if you're playing Golden Century or Panda Magic, those are my games at the Longhorn. So go ahead and put all that money in there so the next time I come, I can hit that jackpot again. I'm just saying you might want to try that. Anyways, guys, it has just been a great week. I just appreciate everybody, all the love and support. It's been fabulous. In a time where some people are very emotional, it's just been a fabulous week to see all the love and support from you guys, from our family members, hearing the stories. You just, you don't think about those things in a normal day-to-day basis. But it's just great to get with family and see cousins that you haven't seen in a long time. It's just been just amazing to me, all the support, and I just really do appreciate everything, guys. Let's see, what else did we want to go over? I'm just kind of reading through here my thoughts here. I do apologize, guys. My head has been everywhere all week long, just completely crazy. But KDC slots, I don't know if you were in here, but I definitely need to send you your gift card. So KDC slots won our March Madness this year, and we're down to the championship game. But congratulations to KDC slots. They won a $75 Amazon gift card, and we'll be sending that out to you very, very soon. Welcome in, Gracie. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing this, April. I love hearing about the memories. You're so beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate that, Jennifer. I really do. That's just awesome. We've had a great, great time catching up with family members. What was your dad's favorite machine to play? Well, he really liked anything that was tropical. So the Toucan Sam, if there was that to play. We also liked the Devil's Diamonds, which is not at WinStar anymore. But the Dragon Links, I don't remember ever seeing him play those. Um, but yeah, I would say anything with the Toucan Sam, anything that was tropical, he loved to play. My dad was a stick and move man, and I'm not kidding you. Like I can go and I will sit on a machine and I will keep feeding it money because you keep thinking, oh, it's gonna hit, it's gonna hit, it's gonna hit. And my mom, she's the same way. But my dad was a stick and move person, right? And remember, he didn't ever have a cell phone. So we would go to WinStar and my dad, we would start off in the same area. And I could turn around and my dad would be gone. He would be moving on. So he would put, maybe $5 to $10 in one machine. If it didn't hit, he was moving. So to track my dad down at the world's largest casino without a cell phone was a major task. Let me tell you, this man could move. Like it's a mile long to walk it from end to end. I think some people say it's a mile and a half. Um, I think it's 3/4, to be honest with you. But my dad could move. Like we would be at one end of the casino. And I promise you, within 12 to 15 minutes, I would not be able to find him anywhere. And then I would find him at the other end of the casino playing. He was stick and move, man. He would put his money in there. And if it wasn't paying, he wasn't giving them another dime. And he would just move on to the next machine. So hard to keep track of with my dad. Same thing at the grocery store. If we went into the grocery store, I would kind of have anxiety because I would look up and my dad would be gone because he loved to shop and he loved to explore and go get things. And before I knew it, I couldn't find my dad. And for the longest time, when Michael and I would go grocery shopping, I would be like, don't leave my sight. Stay here with me. And if he would like move on to the next aisle, I would panic because it was such a hard time with my dad keeping track of him, man. He just stick and move, put that money in. If it didn't hit, then move on. There's no need to keep feeding the machine. And I'm the opposite, right? I'll put, $50 to maybe 75, even maybe 100 into these machines. And yeah, he was quick on his feet, girl. I cannot even tell you. He was gone so fast. Stealthy man, he would be gone. Hard to track. But for me, I like to put money in. I feel like the more money you feed it, the more money you're going to get back. But that was not the case with my dad. He was stick and move man, even in the grocery store. No matter where we went, you just really we I saw a meme the other day where somebody actually took a balloon and tied it on the back of someone to keep track of them in the store. I wish I would have thought of that way back then because that would be really, really funny. Do you recall his biggest win? I don't remember his biggest win, but I can tell you a really great story that he did. So my dad used to always begin all his stories with, to make a long story short. And you knew when my dad made this made this statement that it was not going to be a short story and you were in for a nice ride of a story. So he tells the story of him being in Vegas and being on Fremont Street, and he's there and he's playing, and he was really afraid of somebody pickpocketing him. So my dad, this man, would put in his money that he would win into his boot, right? So he stuffed these boots all day long with his money, with his winnings. And at the end of the day, he gets back upstairs to his hotel room and he has blisters on his feet from all the change and all the money inside of his boot. I mean, this is just crazy. When I tell you he had a passion, and this, the casino, the always chasing that big jackpot. That was his thing. I don't recall my dad ever getting a hand pay when we were playing, right? He always did the low rolling bets, but I don't recall him ever having a hand pay. I just can't. I don't recall, but I'm sure if my mom is watching, and she'll probably can tell me the biggest amount of money that my dad ever won at a casino. I should definitely ask her that because he has lots of great stories and lots of things to show. So I know, Kim, it's funny, right? You just imagine, can you imagine walking around with change in your boot and money? I mean, it's just, like, remember when we were live at Beer Park and I had my Levi jacket on and I showed y'all how it had the hidden pocket on the inside of my jacket? Okay. Well, my dad's hidden pocket was his boot. You need to fill his boots with all your loose change from the casino, right? Collecting them in these cups and then putting them in his boot and then just moving on to the next casino. He was quick. He was quick to move, guys. I'm not kidding you. Just always on the move, hitting the right machines. Yes, he put change in his boot. Absolutely. Saving it all. Welcome in, Kissy Cat. Glad you could join us. It's been a great Sunday afternoon here. Does sound like we're starting to get rain here at Texas, but let's hopefully we'll survive this round. The tornado sirens were going off earlier, guys. It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy weather here. Um, so yeah, I just really wanted to take the first part of our show and just tell you how wonderful my dad was. He was a great man. He had a lot of contribution to this channel as far as us getting it started, filming it for him when he couldn't go back, and so this is really important to us. And again, appreciate the purple hearts. That was his favorite color. We are all wearing purple. Not We're not wearing black this week to the services. He's just a giant jolly man that left so many people. He just left so many impressions on everybody's heart. Just a fabulous man, guys. I just can't even tell you. Just a great man. Big heart. And he's going to be greatly missed. But I have no doubt in my mind. I was telling my mom this morning that I have no doubt in my mind that wherever my dad may be, he is preparing something wonderful for my mom. And I'm going to tell you, it probably has mountains in the background. It has beaches out in the front of the house. It's probably out in the middle of nowhere. And he probably has a casino, one or two built up and ready to go. I mean, he's just that's who my dad was, and just so caring. So it doesn't surprise me that my dad departed first, because he lives to prepare, right? So he is definitely preparing something wonderful for my mom, and he even says so in his letter that he wrote to her. Just an amazing man, all around, guys. I just thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Kissy Cat. I do appreciate that. You lost both of your parents 10 years ago. Yeah, it's a tough thing to go through, but I will tell you what brings me comfort is knowing that he is not suffering anymore. He's not suffering, and he is free, pain free, and that just brings me comfort. It brings my mom comfort, my siblings, all of us, all of his grandchildren. Right? We all knew it was time, and yep. It's one of those hard things, but we can go, oh, and there is my dad in, thank you, baby. There is my dad in Vegas, right? And the only thing wrong with this picture is my dad loved Coke. He did not like Pepsi, but when you're in Vegas, that's what you're going to get. Um, we got to go to Vegas in 2016. Me and my mom and dad went to Vegas. We had so much fun. My mom, we actually found somewhere, I think it was main station, that they actually had the coin machine still, where you could cash out and get the coins. And there was actually a plastic cup, which I do have in the other room. So that was a lot of fun to go to Vegas. My dad and I, and my mom, we just had a great time. And I'm really glad that we were able to get out there and do that, and make that memory with him, because he did. I mean, he just, guys, everything my dad did was unselfish right up until the very end, right? Just fabulous man. Um, all right, well, let's go ahead and let's talk about some of the things in Vegas that we do have going on. Guys, we know that Formula One is coming, and we know that they are getting ready. Everybody is investing in this 10-year contract that they have with Formula One. Starting this week, they're going to be doing the paving on the streets, right? So be sure, if you're traveling to Vegas, you might want to check out the paving street options as far as how you're going to get transportation, because that is going to become a big part of that. And then, the cab drivers are going to have to go around and everything. So if you get a taxi ride, you're going to pay a flat rate from the airport to the hotel, and they have those posted before you get in. But if you're doing an Uber or Lyft ride, those are not fixed rates. So just be careful on your choices when you're going to Vegas. So because all of that starts this week, and it's going to run all the way until Formula One in November, because they're going to do round one of the paving, and then they're going to come back and they're going to do round two of the paving, right? So it's going to be a big mess. and they're going to do a lot of construction as far as on the streets and removing medians in the middle of the Las Vegas Strip, and then adding barriers on the sidewalks, to protect the pedestrians. So just be prepared that that is coming up. Hi, James. Welcome in. So glad you were here and could join us tonight. But so part of all of this that we've talked about is the Bellagio just announced that they're actually going to be doing a renovation. Now, we stayed at the Bellagio. We were in a 2-bedroom penthouse, I believe in July of last year. It was beautiful. I mean, the room itself was gorgeous, the decor, the furniture. I mean, it was just a beautiful place, but I guess they've decided that it's time to go ahead and renovate the Bellagio. So they have announced that they're actually going to be doing $110 million transformation, right? They're going to be trying to replicate the feel of being at Lake Como, and they're going to totally redo the spa tower. This is going to include a little over 800 guest rooms, and then they have about 104 suites that they're going to update as well. And I'm pretty sure they just did renovations there at the Bellagio, but doesn't that place look amazing? I mean, it just looks beautiful. It's going to be updated. And I think we're going to see this a lot more as we go into getting closer to Formula One. I think you're going to see a lot of more renovations going on there. I mean, look at the Circus. They already started this week. They've repainted some of the striping on the tent, and it is looking absolutely great, right? So, again, bringing in these big venues really does motivate the current hotels, the bigger properties, the MGMs and the Caesars properties to invest in money, and it only makes our stay more enjoyable. And we already know, we've like the New York. We put out that new video. We stayed there a few weeks ago, and that was amazing. They already have renovated the rooms, and they look fabulous. We stayed in 2 different ones, and both of the rooms were renovated. They were absolutely gorgeous. Just absolutely love the stay completely. So it's a win-win for us, for having Formula One and having, all these new sports venues coming along. They're just going to invest more into everything. Ocean 11 was filmed there 2 decades ago. It needs an update. That's right. And they're going to keep doing that. I mean, Mark Wahlberg just is moving his family there, right? And he's going to do all his filming there in Vegas. I think that's great. It's going to be the new Hollywood very soon, is kind of what they're saying out there. Um, we shall see. I don't think Hollywood can ever truly leave Hollywood, but he's definitely giving his best effort, right? And filming there and moving his family there. I think, Tom Brady will be moving there very soon, very, very soon. Fountain Blue will be opening this fall. Lots of competition. Yes, and that Fountain Blue, they actually, when we were there, they were working on it, but they are doing a fabulous job renovating, or not renovating it, but finally getting that done. I mean, that's been going on for at least a decade or two of different people purchasing the property and trying to renovate it and get it up. And it's just fabulous. And then, you've got the MSG Sphere, which we talked about last week. I've seen so many pictures this week of them testing it and having it lit up. And that's just really, truly fabulous as well. And then let's talk about this gentleman. So, Nicolas Cage lives there. Wahlberg is weird. I didn't know that Nicolas Cage lived in Vegas. I really did. I did not know that. That's interesting. I like him though, man. Con Air, that was a great movie. Very good movie. I'm sure there's a lot of celebrities that live in Vegas that we don't know about, or at least I don't know about, but I would move to Vegas. I love Vegas. I love it. But you know what? I think if I was a local, I probably would not go down to the strip as much. That's what I would assume that would be for me. But so let's talk about this gentleman here. So this gentleman won recently a $2 million off of a scratch off. And I believe it was North Dakota or North Carolina. So this not his first time to win, right? So in 2021, Frank Ferris, which is interesting because that's my father and our last name. Frank Ferris wins $1 million in 2021. And he decides he's getting married. He's going to have this extravagant wedding, and he goes all out for the wedding. And then guess what? This year, he scratches off a $20 ticket and he wins $2 million. And I just think that is crazy to me because I'm not sure that if I won $1 million, I don't know that I would have the drive or even think to play another ticket. I mean, I guess so, because if I win in Vegas, I'm going to keep playing. So I guess maybe I would. But that's such a coincidence that this gentleman would win. And he actually, in the article, he had told his friend that he felt like he was going to win again. And the very next day he did. Thank you so much, James. I appreciate that. I really, truly do. Again, we talked about this, but just such an amazing, amazing community we have. Absolutely. And then let's talk about Caesar's Palace. There was a gentleman I don't know if it was a gentleman, there was a Patreon there, and they won $139,000 at Caesar's Palace. But I want you to look at what he was gambling. All right. So his credit, right, is $11,000 already. He's betting $750 a roll. Okay. Don't get me wrong. I would love to win the $139,000. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing to me. However, for that amount per roll, I am just in awe of the fact that he didn't actually win more than that. I mean, I can't believe that that was the amount of money he or she won on a $750 bet. Kissy Cat, I'm sorry, it went away. That lady that won the first million on penny slots a long time ago won another million a few years later. Yeah. So I guess, why stop, right? If you win and you get a taste of it, you're going to keep going back and want to go for more. I mean, I could certainly see why. I mean, I won what, $1,400. I've won 4,300 in my biggest jackpot, but I still want to go more. I want to go back for more, you know, just kind of like my dad and I always chasing that big jackpot. I don't know what that big jackpot is. Could be $1 million. I mean, why not? Keep going for it. And this gentleman winning it twice is just incredible to me. And the fact that he told his friend that, hey, I feel like I'm going to hit it again, and the very next day scratched off a $2 million ticket. That is just, to me, amazing and incredible. And congratulations to them. And I need to be scratching more tickets because they're producing big winners here, and I need to be a part of that. I definitely need to be a part of that. Barbara says, I'd be the one that would keep playing too. I think so. I mean, why not, right? You've got the money, you've got the funds, just keep going and have a great time, and make of it, right? Go out for that big jackpot. And that's, with my dad, that's one of the biggest things for him and I. We would be always chasing the big jackpot, always trying to win it. And that's not going to change, right? And I think starting up this YouTube channel and him being influential, a part of that, we're just going to keep going, guys. We're going to keep chasing those big jackpots and then see what we can do. Kissy Cat says, once you win, you can relax and play. I relax and play every time. Like, I don't get stressed out. I'm the type of person that if I take up $400, I'm not stressing out if I lose it. Mike does, but I don't, because I plan on losing it if I go. So it's just a blessing, if I win and can keep playing a little bit more each time. I don't know, just keep playing. And if you plan to lose it when you go, but man, it's a blessing if you come home with what you started or you double it, right? I mean, it's just, I don't know. Mike, for whatever reason, he doesn't he likes to play, but he gets really nervous watching it dwindle down little by little. And my mom is the same way. But man, I lose 100. Okay, well, here's another 100. And at least I have my limit, and then I know when to stop. That's for sure. Most definitely. Let's see, guys. Do you guys have anything that you had any questions about or you wanted to talk about? Because I have everything. I didn't plan a whole lot extra this week. Obviously, we've been super busy. I really wanted to take the time out and share with you my father and let you know how much I appreciate it. It's been a tremendous amount of support that we've received in the community. Pop says, scared money don't win money. There you go. Right? You just got to play and knowing that you may lose it and just have fun. I'd be sitting next to Ivy Slots, sipping Tokyo teas and playing and having fun. Ivy Slots does a great job, right? He puts on his show. He's just fun and relaxed and has a great time. So yeah, Barbara, I could definitely see that when playing with Ivy Slots. Sorry about that, guys. Uh, but anything else that you guys have any questions? I really just again appreciate everything. I don't think KDC Slots is in here, so I'm just going to send them an email and go ahead and give them their $75 winnings on the March Madness. I just cannot believe that all these number ones got knocked out so fast and that our bracket is all everybody's brackets are busted. It's just crazy. So Ron and Sharon do have a premiere at 8. So that's in 15 minutes, guys. So be sure you go over there and check them out. They're a wonderful couple. They do lots of fun stuff. They like to play slots as well. Well, REN Slots is in. Appreciate that. I love it. I love it. I love all the support, guys. Uh, so just guys, continue to keep us in your prayers as we go through this week, having my father's services and Michael's mom's life celebration of life. It's always great. Let's see. Kissy Cat, scratch off in the Dallas area always hits more. Yeah, I have actually a lady at a store that I have been going to, I don't know, 12, 15 years, and she owns a little convenience store. And I walk in there and I don't even tell her which ones I want. I let her pick them, and I almost always win on one of those scratch offs. Barbara says, no questions, just loved hearing all about your dad. Loved the boot story. Yeah, he was amazing man, guys. And I really just wanted to take the time to celebrate him and share my stories with you. And we are going to truck through this week. We are going to have a fabulous week celebrating our parents. And I check back later on. We haven't quite decided if we're going to do a live next Sunday because it is Easter Sunday and we are having his mom's celebration of life. So check back because if we can and can manage to do that, we're certainly going to try to meet up with you guys next Sunday evening. If you haven't seen it, thank you, Ron and Sharon. It was a wonderful tribute. And I'm glad that I was able to make it through all of this. He's just a fabulous man, guys. I don't know if you didn't get to know him. I hopefully, the stories or the video, hopefully you got to see a lot of his love and his support for everybody. I mean, everybody that he talked to, everybody he knew, there was no doubt of how much he cared because he let you know whether it was showing it to you or telling you a story or writing or texting or emailing you. I mean, the fact that he left letters and all for the grandchildren and for my mom and for us is just amazing because I have never really thought to do that. And I certainly am thinking now that's something I would love to continue and make that part of our tradition because it was just fabulous to run in and see all of these wonderful, wonderful stories. Missy A says, think I will wear my cowboy boots next Friday night with my straight up jacket with that gambling grant. I think that's great. I love it. Yeah. And that memorial service was wonderful that they had for straight up slots, guys. There is a GoFundMe out there for straight up slots. We had it posted and ready to go last Sunday. But just in the midst of everything that was going on with my father, I did forget to mention it. But there is a GoFundMe for Miss Bling Thing 213 and with Sonia and her husband. He was straight up slots, and his services were yesterday. And it was a beautiful service, and I'm so glad that she shared that and aired it. It was nice to thank you, Bradley. Thank you so much. But guys, if you can contribute to help the family out, that would be fabulous for James and for Sonia. He was just a great guy. I don't know if you guys remember, but they went live after we did on Thursdays. We would kind of pass the torch over to them and they would go live. So just a great, great community. And if you can go ahead and check out the GoFundMe page. Appreciate Bradley for posting that link. Meant to go over it last Sunday and just in the midst of things, I forgot. But all right, guys. Well, that is going to be a wrap for episode 9. This was my tribute to my father. I appreciate you coming in and getting to know him and sharing the love and support all week long. And I hope everybody has a fabulous week. And hopefully we'll catch you next Sunday on Easter Sunday. If not, then we will definitely be back the following Sunday. Everybody have a great evening, have a great week, and take care. We'll see you later.